Hello everyone. Today we start a lecture of Building Construction Technology Module 1 Foundation. And in a foundation, particularly we take a lecture Subsurface Investigation. So in a subsurface investigation, so what is subsurface investigation? The subsurface or a surface investigation is a site exploration is carried out to collect the information about physical property and characteristic of subsoil material as well as detail of other geological features of the site area. Now here some of the purpose of the subsurface investigation is divided into two part. First is for a new structure and second one is for a existing structure. So first one is for a new structure. So which type of the point to be remembered during the subsurface investigation and why subsurface investigation is required. So first one is to fix the depth of the foundation. Second one is fix the value of the shake bearing capacity of soil. Third one is a selection of the foundation. Fourth one is to know the groundwater level. Fifth one is a suitability of the soil and degree of compaction. And sixth one is to evaluate the earth pressure. And if your structure is a existing structure, means already constructed, so the investigation of the safety of the structure and prediction of settlement, determination of remedial measurement of its structure is unsafe or will suffer settlement. Now depth of the soil investigation. So in which depth we excavate to get the soil sample. So here depth of the soil sample investigation is given. Here depth should be 1.5 time of the probable width of the footing or 1.5 meter. So whichever is a more, so we take a value from the both of them. So here next slide is a factor affecting selection of the site investigation or exploration. So here divided into three part. Three factors is generally affected. First is the nature of the soil, second one is a topography, and third one is a cost of exploration. So here one by one we discuss about in the next slide. So first one is the nature of the soil. So here there are different types of the soil is available like clay soil, sandy soil, rocky soil or black cotton soil. So here nature of the soil is from the nature of the soil. So one by one we discuss. So in a clay soil exploration, boring are suitable for the deep. So here boring and in a boring we drill the area. Now and second in a clay soil exploration, pit for shallow foundation. So here pit is excavated and second type of the soil is a sandy soil, so taking a sample below the water table. So here sand in a sandy soil we excavate the sandy soil up to water table, and after water table we take a sample. And in a rocky soil, boring is suitable for a hard rock, means drilling is compulsory required to collect the sample, and pit are suitable for soft rock. So here soft rock like lime is a soft rock. Now second is a topography. So here second factor affecting is a topography. So site located in a hilly area and site located in a slopy area. So in a hilly area, vertical opening means pit or borehole. So in a pit or borehole, vertical drilling is done. And in a horizontal opening, in a horizontal drilling is compulsory required to collect the sample. And in a slopy area, drilling is compulsory required. Third factor affect is a cost of exploration. So here shallow exploration in a soil and shallow exploration in a rock. So in a cost exploration, so pit is a very less cost, and in a drilling is a very higher cost in a exploration. Now methods for site exploration or investigation. So there are main four methods for the site exploration or a site investigation. First is a trial pits, second is a probing, and third one is a subsurface sounding, and fourth one is a geophysical method. So one by one we discuss about the site exploration or site investigation. So first one is a trial pit. So here suitable depth up to 3 to 4 meter is excavated, and we excavate the uh, up to 3 meter depth, and we take a collect the sample. In a figure you exactly seen excavated up to 3 to 4 meter, and different layer is seen like sandy soil, like black cotton soil or rocky soil. So different layer of the soil is seen in a trial pit. Here simple and reliable method, and here cost of the this method is very less because only simple excavation is required. In a soil strata can be investigated either normal condition and easy to obtain to disturb and non-disturb sample. So here what is disturb sample and non-disturb sample means during the excavation time, if sample is disturbed means excavation time soil particle is disturbed, so it's called a disturbed sample. And non-disturbed sample means collect the sample in a as it is soil sample is collected, soil particle is joined with each other. So here in a next figure, here different layer of the trial pit is given like silt, fine sand, coarse sand and loose gravel. So here thickness of the or depth of the different layer is different. So is seen in a figure number 1. So here trial pit is excavated up to the 4 meter, and this excavation is mechanically or manually excavation is done. Now next is a probing. So here probing is suitable for the soft soil. So which type of the soil? So in a soft soil we included clay, gravel, sand, and here manually driven or using drop hammer is used. So here three figure is given. So here different manually driven hammer is seen in a figure. Now subsurface sounding. So measuring the variation of inner resistance offered by the soil with a depth by means of tools known as a penetrometer, and here 50 dia mild steel cone fitted loosely as a steel rod or a smooth sampler. So penetrometer is driven into ground with the help of the 650 Newton weight falling from the height of 750 mm, and counting the SPD means standard penetration number is count. So after counting we get the exact idea about the bearing capacity. Now next is a boring. So what is boring? So boring is a one type of the drilling. So here boring there are divided into five methods. First is a auger boring, second one is a auger and cell boring, third one is a wash boring, fourth one is a percussion boring, and fifth one is a rotary boring. So here one by one we discuss. First is a auger boring. So commonly used in a soft clay soil or a sandy soil, and it can be manually or mechanically operated. Now auger is vertically driven into the ground by rotating his handle and pressed down during the process of rotation. So every 30-meter depth of penetration auger is drawn out and sample of the soil is collected. So here two types of the auger is generally used. First one is a spiral or helical, and second one is a post helical. So here figure seen in the next slide, helical auger. So in a helical auger, spiral type of the helical auger is generally used to cut or drill the soil, and a post hole auger, so at the bottom blade is provided at the bottom, and by forcefully handle and by forcefully apply the pressure, and handle is rotated in a clockwise direction and we cut the soil in a direction. Now next one is auger and cell boring. So in the case of soft soil, cylindrical auger having a 75 to 200 diameter hollow tube with a cutting edge at the bottom is used, and in case of hard clay the cell with cutting edge or a teeth is at its lower end is used, and in a case of the sandy soil pump are used generally. So here figure is given. So in this figure auger sampling is taken. First of all, to collect the auger sampling, first we select a area and then after set a tripod stand, and after setting the tripod stand, auger is drilled in a soil and we collect the sample. So here two types of the auger is generally used, spiral or a helical, and post hole type. Now next is a wash boring. So this method may be used in all type of the soil except mixed with gravel or stone. And a water jet is under pressure is forced into the hole through the rod. And water leaves the soil at the lower end and force the water slurry upward through the annular space between the drill rod and casing. Soil particles collect represent very disturbed sample and not used in a used for the excavation for engineering property of the soil. Now in a wash boring, see this figure. In this figure, forcefully water is applied, and from the bottom of the auger, water is cut or drill the soil, and liquid particle, a liquid portion of the soil sample is drawn out and collect in a bucket. Now next is a percussion boring. So method is used for the rock and soil having a boulder which are broken up by repeated blow from the bit or chisel. Now this method is used to making hole in a rock in a hard stratum, and water is added in a hole to facilitate the break of the stiff soil or a rock. And one of the disadvantage of this material is at the bottom of the hole is disturbed and very heavy blow of the chisel. So here see this figure. At the bottom of the plunger, by hammering, we cut the soil or rock, and this method is a manually method. Now next is a rotary boring. So this method is a drilling of hole in a rock formation, and a hollow drill bit fixed to the lower end of the hollow drill is rotated by power while being kept in firm contact with the bottom of the hole. And here in a figure, cutter is seen. So here drilling fluid is usually bentonite clay slurry is forced under the pressure through the drill rod, and it comes up bringing the cutting to the surface, and this method is then known as a core drilling or core boring. And this method is fast of the drilling holes in a rock formation, and this method by using a suitable diamond studded drill bits or a steel bits wide with sorts the rock cores may be obtained. And here in the figure, the right side figure show the bottom portion of the drilling, and here teeth is provided at the bottom of drilling. Now next is a geophysical method. So geophysical method is divided to main four parts: seismic reflection method, electrical resistivity method, and magnetic method. And fourth one is a gravitational method. Now in a seismic, one by one we discuss. First is a seismic reflection method. So here in a seismic reflection method we use the sound waves, and sound wave travel faster in a rock than the soil. Means in a soil sound wave not easily travel, and in a sound wave or a stock are travel in a subsurface, and wave are collected in a geophone or detector. So here one transformer and one detector is required, and record the travel time, and from the travel time we know the types of the material or types of the soil. So here in a seismic method, compulsory sound wave, geophone or detector, and transformer is required. Next is the electrical resistivity method. So saturated soil has a lower water resistivity in place of the dry soil. So four electrodes are driven into the ground, and all the four electrodes are driven to the ground at an equal distance, and all the electrodes are in a straight line. So driven up to which ground resistance is measured, and current is passed between the two outer electrode, and potential drop between the inner electrode. And in a inner two electrode, potentiometer is fixed, and in a outer two electrode, battery is fixed. So from the